You may have heard people call 2013 a transition year, a time when the commercial real estate industry began to slowly move from a recovery phase into an expansion phase.
I think things are picking up. I think there are still segments of the market that are still hurting, and people are still a little sensitive because of the recent past that we've just been through. But I see steady progress.
I don't think there'll be a specific end point to the recovery. It's going to be a slow moving target. But you look at what we've done here recently, and it's very encouraging.
There are still some obvious jitters in the market.
I think it was kind of the perfect storm that happened, and hopefully we've learned our lesson, I think, going forward. But what happened was severe and deep, and I don't even like talking about it anymore. Let's move on to something else.
In 2014, it's a new beginning. Several pockets in the valley are experiencing visible growth with big projects.
When you start to get cranes in the sky and people start to see development, means that we're improving. Good things are coming.
Downtown Boise has become a stream of activity.
There's a lot happening in downtown Boise and a lot of changes happening pretty rapidly. It's a lot of different projects that are, either have started or are coming up for completion. So 2013 was definitely a year of transition, a lot of exciting construction projects that were happening.
A massive downtown project is done. The $76 million 18-story 8th and Main building, completed and open.
We're going to really try to celebrate all of the efforts. There are a lot of people involved in making this happen. The city and CCDC, and just really celebrate the feeling of the whole and kind of closing the chapter on that space and celebrating the opening of the new building.
Nearly all of the 383,000 plus office and retail space was leased before the doors officially opened.
I think the impact of having the building right there, again, because it is in the heart of downtown, hopefully it's a symbol of the recession behind us and moving forward.
Last year, Gardner Company purchased downtown's U.S. Bank building and started on plans to create an $80 million city center plaza just west of that building. Plans include an 8 to 9 story office building and a 4-story building and parking structure between the arena and U.S. Bank buildings.
The more of these types of developments that we get downtown, I think we're going to see more cranes, which is good. We now have a Whole Foods and a Trader Joe's anchoring our downtown.
On the southeast corner of Capitol Boulevard and Front Street, the much-awaited national grocery store Trader Joe's opens its 13,000 square foot grocery store the end of February.
Obviously, everything starts with jobs. We have to create jobs in this valley in order to sustain growth. I think we'll see some great growth as far as retail goes in Boise. We're over 600,000 people now, which puts us on the radar for a lot of retail. And then we've also got distribution coming from Salt Lake City. And once distribution channels are established, then it opens the floodgates to retailers that we would love to see in this valley.
And there are more signs of growth in downtown Boise. The $70 million Jump Project, a 7.5-acre community development that includes a 6-story, 65,000 square foot building, multi-level parking structure, and urban park, on track to open next year. The former Owyhee Plaza Hotel, now called the Owyhee, is nearly done after a 2-year, $15 million renovation. The 7-story building will house commercial and retail space, including a penthouse bar, open deck with a city view, bigger meeting spaces, and 36 rental apartments, set to reopen June of this year. Also downtown, CSHQA's new 20,000 square foot company headquarters in the $2 million newly renovated 200 Broad Street building. Last summer, Park Boulevard's 4-building, 556,000 square foot Washington Group Plaza sold to a private Canadian firm. Sources say plans are to upgrade the lobby, parking garage, and common areas. Down Park Center, the BSU Public Radio project is done. The 5,000 square foot design construction remodel started last summer and was completed in the fall. Traveling to Fort Street, the $8.1 million VA Extended Care Unit is under construction. The 2 buildings have patient rooms, common areas, a gym, living areas, and laundry, all to be completed by October of this year. Also of note, the nearly $7 million 916 Park Apartments project is underway on the longtime vacant Quasar property on Park Boulevard. At Boise State University, the nearly 70,000 square foot Blameyer Football Center is done. The $22 million project was completed last July. And a $600,000 administration parking lot. Construction started nearly 2 years ago and will be completed in May. And near Broncos Stadium, the $1.8 million DeChevreau Field is under construction. And BSU recently bought the 4-acre lot and University Christian Church building for future offices and expansion. In Boise, the former 30th Street, renamed Whitewater Park Boulevard, is done. That nearly $10 million road project leads to the future Esther Simplot Park entrance. At St. Alphonsus campus in Boise, the emergency department is undergoing a $15 million addition and remodel for ER and trauma services to be complete this July. And along Fairview in Boise, the $5.1 million Peterson Toyota Lexus and the $6.1 million Peterson Chevrolet Buick Cadillac projects were completed in 2013. Near the Boise Factory Outlets, a major remodel and addition for Western Power Sports on West Gowan Road. The nearly $7 million project will be completed in phases over the next couple of months with new offices and a 64,000 square foot warehouse expansion. At the Boise Airport, the $10.7 million parking garage was completed the end of 2013. And an update of happenings at Boise Town Square, the addition of 5 new tenants, including Idaho's first Dave & Buster's, Solaris, and Aveda. Jumping out to Canyon County, several projects to see there, starting in Nampa, a 40,000 square foot Norco building just off exit 35. And on 12th Avenue South, the $30 million Library Square project is under construction, set to open early 2015. The project includes 62,000 square feet of office space, nearly 35,000 feet of retail, and an adjacent parking structure. Just off Garrity, St. Alphonsus has 2 major projects, the $25 million Nampa Maternity and Heart Center. The 2-story, 57,000 square foot hospital building has beds and a lab for heart patients, as well as labor and delivery rooms, all opened in January. And St. Al's 4-story medical office building also at that site. The $13 million 67,000 square foot project will be completed this fall. Also in Nampa, a new Valley View High School project is starting on 65 acres on the corner of Linden and Madison Roads. The project will use a $50 million bond to build a state-of-the-art high school with activity fields. That'll open fall of 2016. Moving to Caldwell, the West Valley Medical Complex at Fairview and Elm. The 91,000 square foot project has 4 floors and will be complete this fall. And on the corner of 11th Avenue and Albany Streets, work started last fall on a $6.5 million Canyon County Administration building. The 3-story, 50,000 square foot facility is set to be completed May of this year. And the new Simplot potato processing plant is under construction. The old plant closed at the end of 2013, and work is underway to transform that site into a 338,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility to be completed this year. And at College of Idaho's Simplot Stadium, upgrades on some new synthetic turf and a press box remodel, a $4 million athletics facility, and plans for a new residence hall, all to be completed next year. Traveling to Meridian, Gramercy on Overland just west of Eagle Road is busy with commercial and residential growth. A new apartment complex will be completed there this year. And at St. Luke's Meridian campus, a $12 million surgery center opened in December, and also at that site, a multi-million-dollar expansion of the Spine Center of Idaho. Dropping down the hill to the Sensi complex, the 170,000 square foot estimated $27 million office tower and 6-story TI project was completed last October. East of Eagle Road on Chinden, 2 projects are done at Research Park. The $7.1 million bodybuilding.com corporate headquarters completed last August, and the $1.6 million Discovery building, just over 17,000 square feet, completed in December. And finally, the sweet spot of the valley is here, the Village at Meridian. The $300 million project exploded in 2013, adding first-time Idaho locations for Noodles, Kona Grill, Charming Charlie, and Republic of Couture. And the developer continues to release the names of local and national companies opening stores or expanding their market into the busy center.
We have a retailer who opened that has 280 stores. Right now, this is the top store in the country of their entire chain. So those types of things, you can't just chalk up to a honeymoon period. I mean, I think this really reflects the pent-up demand in this market, the quality of the experience that we're giving the consumer here.
And the nearly 140,000 square feet of office space has had more interested tenants than space will allow, prompting future expansion of both office and retail.
The Village at Meridian certainly is attracting tenants that are new to market that probably wouldn't have looked at Boise for the next 10 years if it wasn't for that project.
The exciting thing for me has also been those existing retailers that have done duplicate stores, Loft, White House Black Market. What we are hearing is that their other locations in the downtown are not affected by the Village at Meridian.
Despite the addition of the major mecca of retail space in Meridian, experts say retail and the commercial real estate market is strong in the Treasure Valley in 2014.
I think that really speaks to what we've been saying all along, which is this market will thrive with having three different experiences. To have that great downtown cultural vibe, have the enclosed mall experience, and then have the Village at Meridian is something this market deserves.
The thing that people don't realize is that we have 130 plus retail locations downtown. One of the things that we've seen over the last 5, almost 6 years now is that we've had more businesses open than close consistently every single year.
I think over the next couple of years what we'll see with retail is the strong retailers will continue to expand. They'll be looking for real good fundamentals when it comes to site selection, and they'll be looking for co-tenancy.
I wish I had the crystal ball. I would love to say it's all rosy and it's going to be great, but just from seeing the fact that people are interested in doing development down here and refocusing on downtown, so how can we not have a good result?
I think in this valley we'll see activity on 10 Mile and the freeway over the next several years, and I think Nampa will continue to be strong in retail and grow their presence there with Garrity and Treasure Valley Marketplace, and I think the Village will be exciting to watch as far as its growth and what it attracts to the market.
There's so much opportunity, and I'm just excited with the future. So I think it's going to be a great 2014.